The bank doors slammed shut behind the last employee. Sirens echoing in the distance, not police sirens, but corporate lockdown alerts. On the sidewalk stood a black woman in heels and a tailored suit, watching the chaos she had quietly unleashed. Just 15 minutes earlier, she was denied service, humiliated without cause. Now, the branch was closed indefinitely. No screaming. No threats. Just power. This isn't just a story about banking. It's about what happens when dignity is dismissed. An underestimated dot welcome, story lovers. Where are you watching from? Comment the name of your city. Asterisk, it was a crisp Monday morning in Atlanta. Camille Bryant, a poised and accomplished black woman in her early 40s, stepped out of her sleek black SUV in front of a downtown bank. As the CEO of a rising tech firm, her days were packed with investor calls and boardroom battles, but banking errands, routine. Dressed in a tailored navy suit and confident heels, Camille was efficiency personified. She liked getting things done early, before the noise of the day began. Inside her bag was a stack of signed documents, simple paperwork to authorize a new business account. She'd done it dozens of times before, nothing unusual, nothing out of place. But as she approached the glass doors, something subtle shifted. The security guard's eyes lingered. A teller behind the counter whispered to another. Camille noticed, but brushed it off. What she didn't know, within 15 minutes, this bank would regret everything. Asterisk Camille stepped into the bank with her paperwork neatly clipped, expecting a 10-minute visit. The lobby was quiet, the air brisk with air conditioning. And silence. She approached the counter, smiled politely, and asked to open a business account. The teller's eyes flicked to Camille's face, then down to her documents. A pause. Then, I'll need to speak to the manager. Camille waited, watching the staff whisper behind frosted glass. A minute passed, then 5. People came in, were served, and left. Still, she stood there, ignored. Finally, the manager appeared. His smile was thin. I'm sorry, he said. We can't process your request. There are inconsistencies? Camille blinked. Excuse me? He didn't elaborate, just slid her papers back, avoiding her eyes. No questions, no attempt to verify, no chance to clarify. Around her, the room seemed to freeze. The customers, the guards, all watching. She knew this script. Professional black women knew it, well, doubt draped in politeness, exclusion wrapped in protocol. Still composed, Camille calmly asked for a written explanation. The manager refused. Security edged closer, humiliation simmered beneath her composure, but she didn't raise her voice. Didn't plead. She picked up her documents and walked out, but she wasn't done. What the staff didn't know was that Camille wasn't just a CEO. She was the largest shareholder of the holding company that owned the building, and in her phone was the number of someone with the power to shut it all down. Asterisk. Exactly 15 minutes after she was denied service. Camille stood outside in the heat, still silent but seething. Her fingers tapped rapidly on her phone. One call. That's all it took. Inside, the manager's face drained of color as his desk phone rang. Then another, and another. Confused tellers glanced at each other as a corporate alert blared across their system. Immediate suspension of operations, branch 114, vacate premises, await further instruction. The bank doors locked, staff were ushered out. Camille stood on the curb, watching the chaos unfold. The very people who dismissed her now rushed past in disbelief. No apologies, just confusion. She didn't say a word, just met the manager's eyes as he passed. He knew. They all did, and in that moment, power didn't need to raise its voice. Dear audience, if you're enjoying the story, don't forget to give it a like. It really helps. Asterisk Camille didn't celebrate what happened that day. She didn't post about it, didn't gloat, didn't call the news. Because for her, this wasn't revenge, it was reality. She went back to work, led meetings, closed deals. But something changed. That quiet moment on the curb, watching the doors lock behind her, became a symbol, a reminder that racism doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers behind polished counters and corporate smiles. Her silence wasn't weakness. It was power, the kind that doesn't beg to be seen. And yet, the question lingers. How many qualified, dignified Black professionals are still being turned away, unseen, dismissed? Until systems change, the stories won't stop. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel for more powerful stories and new videos.